All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kiali Sprint 8 community meeting and demo. This is the 8th sprint for 2024 year. And this, on the end of this sprint, after the demo, we will release Kiali version 1.84. And for agenda of this demo will be a summary of this sprint, what we have done. We will go through the highlights. Then we will talk about the next sprint preview, and we will have a time for community discussion. So let's start. So in this sprint, we have done a bunch of tasks. We have completed 47 items on Kiali side itself. And we have 3 epics in progress. We have several tasks and pull requests in review, 12 and 7, and we have a bunch of backlog items. So let's go feature by feature what we have done. So the highlights. One feature was I did there is ambient badge on a service and app details, and I'm going to ask my colleague Josune to present this. Josune.
Yes, thank you, Haik. So yes, we have added this ambient badge for the service and the application details pages when all the workloads for an application or for a service are included in ambient mesh. Here in this label, we can not see any more details, just that indicates that this application or service is part of ambient mesh. But we have also redone the labeling for the workload details, and we have hide the details into a tooltip, the infrastructure details. So when a workload is part of ambient, we will see this ambient label now, and when we hover over it, we will see the more information, whether this is part of ambient because it has its traffic redirected through the cTunnel with all the layer 4 capabilities, or also if it is including a waypoint proxy deployed for that is affecting this workload. We are going to also see this labeling, not just here, also in our new mesh page in the Istio control plane to indicate if the control plane is ambient or not. That indicates that any cTunnel deployment exists for the namespace, as well as we were looking at this label in the overview page. That's over to you, Haik.
Yeah, thank you, Josune. So the next thing was done is in console plugin. As you know, console plugin was supporting of listing Istio config objects, and now it is also supporting gateway API objects, such as HTTP routes, gateways, TCP routes, and all the gateway API related objects. So for the next feature of auto-detecting Istio configurations, I'm going to ask my colleague Nick. Nick? I think you're muted. Okay, so in the past sprint and in upcoming sprint, there is ongoing task to make Istio configurations to auto-detect across control planes. This improves user experience with revisions, and also is helping a user with having a less configuration. So on the end of the next sprint, When all the tasks will be completed, we will have a demo there. So, okay, going to next slide. With Gateway API 1.1 release, the Kubernetes protocol routes, such as HTTP route or gRPC route, in their parent ref section, they are now also pointing to a service. So on Kiali side, we modified the Kiali 14.02 validation, which was validating the references. So now when the parent reference service doesn't exist on the provided namespace, it will show an error. And for Kiali Backstage plugin changes, again, asking Josune to do a short demo.
Thanks, Hike. Well, no demo this time, but I will let you know about some features that we have been working in this sprint. So we have been working the compatibility with Kiali 1.86. That is one of the most recent versions of Kiali. The previous compatible version was Kiali 1.73, but there were several changes regarding the API. And as this is not yet a general GA, so we have been working on this effort to get the latest features from Kiali. We have added a warning to indicate that when a feature is tech preview. So to put you a bit in context, the Backstage plugin, Kiali plugin can be integrated in Backstage in different ways. One of them is like you can have the Kiali standalone view, that this is going to be a text preview, and we will see this warning in here. Another way that we can see the Kiali to see our resources from the service mesh is in a tab. If we are looking at some entity view, we are going to be able to see all the related services and applications and workflows in the Kiali tab, and this is going to be also a tech preview. And the other way is like include our cars in different places of Backstage, and this is going to be a GA soon. Then we have been created a new configuration to have the Kiali external URL as a parameter, because in the plugin you can set up the Kiali URL, but probably this is going to be an internal URL that is not going to help us when, for example, in the plugin, we have a link that we want to click and see further details in Kiali standalone. So this is going to be an extra configuration. And we also have been working in include some test coverage to some existing features, like in the overview card and also in the resources card. And as a work in progress items, we are working now in the improving some styles and with the dark theme and adapting some components to Material UI. That's it. Hi, thank you.
Thank you, Josune. So those were the main features which were implemented on this sprint. So now going the list of some notable changes which was also done. So in this sprint, we moved to the Golang 1.22.4 version. It was smooth. And on Butterfly on Graph, the focus node handling was improved. Istio API was promoted to version 1, all the configuration objects, then updated the Kubernetes Ansible collector to 4.0 on console plugin, aligned Butterfly libraries with Kiali standalone application, and we have added a bunch of documentations on Kiali.io about the mesh page, ambient, and edit the Kiali performance test results there as well. Also, we improved ambient appender performance, and metrics query data is stringified. So those was all the node changes which we had, and we had several bug fixes. There was an issue in a graph with excluded namespaces, which is fixed. Kiali validation message 0701 is now skipping for waypoint proxy generated services. No need to validate them. In Traffic Wizard, there was a problem with adding empty matches there, so it is fixed now. In Configuration Wizard, there was a problem with reference grant of Gateway API version, which is also fixed. We had a bunch of flaky tests which were fixed. And on console plugin side, the service details navigation tab was stacked after refresh. This is fixed now. And that was a bug of updating namespaces or creating Istio objects, which is fixed. And in the Kiali UI, in debug info page browser was hanging. This is now fixed as well. So for the next sprint, as we told, we have 3 main epics in progress: the performance and scalability, ambient support, and the pattern fly topology of Kiali graph. And we have several items in our backlog. Looking forward to do them on the next sprint. All right, that was all from our side for Kiali Sprint. So thank you, everybody. I'm stopping the recording for community discussions.